Hey, how's it going, everyone? And welcome back to the Cheap Seats. I am the one that everybody's saying, Orca Shield, yeah! And I am joined by the reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight world cheap seat champion of the world, Ryu, our tribal chief and
That's
Lord
me.
and Savior. I've got your chair. I've got your chair. He's
That's me.
he's ended the year. He's ended the year as he's finally got his name on a trophy. I'm coming back for it at the Rumble. It's fine. Coming back for it at the Rumble. But we're going to get into this. We are going to do our end of year awards for wrestling. I say wrestling because one of mine is AEW, but the rest are all WWE. Because then we won't get done for biasy, he says, when 1 out of 20 awards are WWE or AEW compared to the rest. Right. We'll start off with this amazing slide. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We've been admiring this in chat for so long. It's been on a loop constantly. I've had to pause it because the bitrate was so bad. Look, it's making it blurry. I'll pause it again in a second. There we go. So we've had... if you want to watch these, we stream them. We stream them on our channels when we record the videos. But yeah, let's get into it. The first one we have, I don't remember what order I put it in. Return debut of 2023. Not as much detail went into these slides, so I'm not going to lie. So... mine is definitely going to be someone that no one else is going to pick. No one else is going to want this as the return stroke debut of 2023. But it's one of my favorite wrestlers. He returned only 2 months ago, and it was also the return of a tag team, and it was Johnny Gargano coming back and DIY reforming and then hitting the meat in the middle. Oh, it was chef's kiss. Tommaso Ciampa looking for Johnny for weeks and weeks and weeks. Just have him run out and make the save against Imperium. That was mine. I think there is an obvious one. There is an obvious choice here, which I was tempted to pick, but
I'm not picking it. We know what it is, but I'm not picking it.
A certain Chicago-based native coming back. Okay, who are you going to give yours to?
For me, see, the thing is, I'm a little bit more like, I don't know what it is, but Randy Orton coming back for me was like amazing. AJ Styles has just come back. I think it's a bit too late in the year, but he has had to go and like recover and everything. I think they've got a really, really, really good program at the Performance Center.
Yeah, I will say I'm joking. We don't think there are stories. But have you seen the people that have come back recently? Orton, AJ, even Punk? They are fucking beefed up now.
They're jacked. Yeah,
like they were strong before, but you see the muscles on them. These like the last few weeks, they're just absolutely beefed.
I know it's wild. I think my favorite. I want to say it's a return. Yeah, it's a return. My favorite return was John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. He came with the writer's strike, come back out of nowhere, and actually did a good job. And he did a really good job. It was nice to see as well that it was a legend that had returned and wasn't afraid to put like the new people over. Like for years.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just guilt from what he did to Nexus.
Oh my god!
But he actually put everyone over that he seen. Like Solo, he put over. Like the amount of Samoan spikes he took, insane.
I can safely say that he has no regrets about Nexus.
Yeah,
he thinks it was a bad move at the time. Yeah, sure, but this is like how many years on now, and no, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's.
But
fair.
It was nice to have him back in the company for a bit because. Whatever you might think about Cena, he knows how to get the crowd going.
He does.
Like he's still good on the mic, and he's got that respect of legend status. So like Orton as well. Like I was so happy that he came back and that he's recovered from his injury because it's now gone beyond Cena versus Orton forever for the championship. It's now like they are of such elevated status. It's just nice to see them.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that in my opinion, anyway. I don't think there wasn't any debuts for me this year that really made like it really sort of like Karrion Kross. I would have been excited, but he kind of left with that weird gimpy gladiator thing, and then he came back as like proper Karrion Kross, but he hasn't really done anything.
Came back with Scarlet, went straight to challenge like Ray, and I was thinking, oh great, they're gonna make him like this because he dropped all of the gimp gear, and I was like, great, they're gonna like put him against someone like Ray. He'll beat Ray down, like make himself look insanely strong. Maybe get a run with like a mid card belt and just hold it like he did the NXT one. But nope, he's lost every feud.
Yeah,
and then he still keeps picking fights and keeps picking fights.
Yeah, I don't know what's really happening there. It's a shame, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, my return of 2023 was John Cena.
Fair enough. Right, on to the next one. Get ready for a mad transaction. No, I didn't. I did a transition. Fuck's sake! Put an beep editor. Can we go back? Get ready for a weird, the best transition you've ever seen. The joke's ruined. I didn't do one. I'm just.
Hey, well done.
Right, we've gone for promo of the year. Done. Now, it is up to your own choice what you think makes a good promo. I have a feeling that this one is going to be a very similar promo that we both choose.
Okay.
There's been quite a few from terms of like honorable mentions for me, like Heyman just as insane on the mic.
Oh,
you've got
anything he's done has been great.
Yeah, you've got the likes of Sammy's one where he cut it and started speaking French into like the in Canada. That was really good. But for me, the promo that's going to get this award is one that you've seen live and in person, and it's John Cena at Money in the Bank. Because the crowd went mental when he went for Who Wants a Mania in London.
Mate, I was very lucky to be able to attend, and I can't tell you the energy in that place when we thought it was just going to be John Cena, you know, saying like, "Isn't it great? You guys got like a big pay-per-view, you know." But then he started going on about Mania, and you could just feel it. The atmosphere just changed. The excitement just went through the roof. Like the fact that it sounded possible was just like, yeah, like that's what I mean about he knows how to get the crowd going, and that wasn't the reason why he was my favorite return. But yeah, I mean, we can't not mention LA Knight for promos. Like, we can't not.
Yeah.
But his promos have been very, like, they've been very good. And they've been like, in some cases, they were almost like pushing the boundary. You know, they were crossing the line between kayfabe and not. But yeah, but I maybe I'm being biased, but I think I do think Cena's promo at Money in the Bank was maybe because I was there, but I don't know. I did enjoy Punk's recent promos when he's come back because he's kind of slipping back into his old pipe bomb style way of doing things, blurring the lines between story and life, which is great. It's always good to have that element of disbelief about what they're saying. LA Knight is doing exactly what he needs to do with his. They're great. They're really good promos, and it is perfect. You know, like wrestler promo. But yeah, I'm with you on this one. It had to be Cena getting the crowd wild for Mania, or making the possibility seem real, because we bought in everyone in that arena for those 5 minutes or whatever he was given. We bought in and we went with it, and it was incredible. It really was.
Yeah, right. We will jump on to the next award, but Cena seems to get a unanimous decision. And up next, it is the high spot of 2023.
Okay.
This is one that you suggested, so I imagine you've got one in the forefront of your mind. So for me, I'll let you think about this. I went for
Okay.
I went for one which it was a high spot, and I'm doing it for the person taking the move rather than the person receiving. Well, rather than doing the move. Sorry, I'm giving it to the person that was taking the move, and because he has absolute balls of steel. And for me, the best high spot was JD McDonough taking the RKO from the top of War Games. Like he gets chucked off, and it doesn't look. It's not flashy. It's not like a big high spot that you used to with, like, say, EO or someone like that. Like people that are high flyers. It was literally just the balls of him to be able to be pushed off the top of a structure like a steel cage, and like perfectly flat, not put his arms out, leave his arms tightly in, and trust that Randy Orton is going to catch him and hit the RKO successfully. Like, I would not be able to just fall face first from that height and just go, yep, someone's going to catch me. I'd be tensing and, like, try to curl up or do anything to soften that blow, and he just lay
You would
flat.
put your arms out.
Yeah, he just lay absolutely flat.
Instinctually, yeah.
So I can't see any other move this year apart from that. Then, like I say, it's more the person receiving a move than giving it, weirdly.
So, we've throughout this year we've often shit on Logan Paul, right?
Yeah.
For various reasons. Well, I mean, he's a knob, but he does do some pretty fucking impressive shit.
Sponsor.
And when he's paired up with someone like Ricochet, they do some some of the stuff they do is just like, okay, you've clearly practiced and choreographed, but it just looks it is sports entertainment. Like, it looks incredible when they pull it off. Even if it doesn't quite go according to plan, it still looks amazing. Now I'm gonna let you have a crack at me if you want, but I think, and it might not even have been this year. So correct me if I'm wrong, but at the Rumble where Logan Paul and Ricochet collided in midair.
That was this year. That was.
Okay, so was it? Yeah, I was fairly sure it was. So that, I think, because let's face it, could be, and the reason why that stood out for me was because this was Logan Paul's first major sort of thing, right? And we didn't really know what he was capable of, and we were kind of like, oh fuck, another, it's a fucking YouTuber wanting to be a wrestler, blah 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 blah. And then he goes and does that, and they got some airtime on that double clothesline or whatever. I was just like, oh shit! I was like, okay, and then ever since, every time Logan Paul has been in the ring, like, even though I can't stand the guy, I have to respect the fact he can wrestle, and he does a lot of the acrobatic stuff that I wouldn't have said he could have done. So, so fair play to him for that, really.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
And to trigger every hardcore AEW fan, I think he hits a better buckshot lariat than Hangman Page. But there we go.
Whoa, okay. He said it, not me.
He's so good. Not me. He's so good. Right, up next we have face stroke heel turn of 2023.
All right.
And for me, there is a correct answer here and several wrong ones.
Okay.
But for me, the only one I can safely give this to, it got so much of a reaction, and it's Sammy turning on the Tribal Chief at the end of the Rumble.
I was going to go for that as well. There hasn't been.
How you can end a Royal Rumble with not a Royal Rumble and instead have like 15 minutes or whatever it was with no microphones, just Roman, Sammy, the Usos, KO handcuffed to the ropes. Yeah. And there was like
was he handcuffed, or was he just slumped in the ropes because he was so fucked?
No, I'm pretty sure they handcuffed him because they wanted they took turns Superman kicking him, the Usos, and then they cuffed him, and they could keep hitting him where he couldn't defend himself. Okay. And then Sammy kept saying, "That's enough. You've done enough now," and then turned on him. But
I've got a different one to you.
Have you? Fair enough. But yeah, it was just the fact that, like I say, it was 15 or 20 minutes of just pure cinema where not even a single microphone was on them, and you could hear everything they said because the audience just went dead. And then the cheer that absolutely erupted when Sammy just smacks him on the back with a steel chair. And the fall from Roman, which doesn't get talked about enough, is just if you put it side by side, the exact same fall he did when Seth turned on the Shield.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It is.
He takes it and then just arch back, slopes onto the rope and hangs on the bottom rope. But yeah, so for me,
I'm still fucking angry about that. The Shield breaking up. They're too early, in my opinion. But that's for another video.
But yeah, that's me. So what are you going for then? What's the other one that you've thought of?
For me, it was when Jey Uso turned face. For me, like, don't get me wrong, right? I acknowledge the Tribal Chief, but I also acknowledge that Sammy's turn was always coming. It was always coming. You knew at some point there was going to be a straw that broke the camel's back, and he was going to turn. But it was just a case of when. Now they did it very well, and as far as with Kevin Owens being, he's in trouble, and Sammy, his friendship with Kevin and stuff like that was really well done. But you still had the rest of the bloodline. The bloodline still existed. You still had, the Usos, Solo Sikoa, Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, right? When Jey, and this is the thing, this is what, so I was just, okay, so it was Jey Uso turning face is what I liked, because I like the Usos. I don't know what it is. It's just something about them that I just find really like entertaining, and I think they're great. I think they're really good at like wrestling comedy as well. But they're not doing it yet because they're still thingy. But Jey Uso turning face was my face turn of the year, because I feel like it was a little bit more like people were. So like I said, people were expecting Sammy to turn. They were expecting it. They just didn't know when. I don't think many people were expecting Jey to turn, especially because Jimmy was the one getting shit panned all the time.
Yeah.
Like, and they expected Jimmy to turn.
Which he did. He did kind of, and then.
Yeah, he did. But then we thought Jey was still siding with Roman Reigns and Solo. Like, so they still had that. But it was when he did the whole sort of, so guess what? You're out, and me too. And he turns around and super kicks Roman Reigns. Like I was just like, whoa. So for me, that was a better heel turn, because I could see Sami Zayn turning. You could see it happening, and it was like just when. Whereas the Jey Uso, like, that was so quick. It was such a, because he was acting like like, no, I'm still with the bloodline. You're out, and me too. And then and then I was like, oh shit. So that was good. That for me, that's the reaction I got from that for myself was what I like in a face or heel turn. It's the very sudden like change, and and you're just like, oh shit, what happens next? Because then that gets me to want to watch next week or the next show to find out what happens next.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Right, on to the next one, which I think, keeping it on this subject, it is best heel in 2023. So who?
Dominic Mysterio.
You've gone straight for Dominic Mysterio.
No. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Well, do you want me to go first if you're still thinking, or if you go on?
No, you can go first. You can go first.
Okay.
You're presenting, so.
Well, my best heel for 2023 is Dominic Mysterio. So there you go.
Hey,
he has just been so good. I mean, he's so bad, but does the heel stuff so well. Like from the videos on social media of him like turning up at Ray's house and just beating him down with Rhea, and then he gets arrested, so he comes out with like the police car and handcuffs and all sorts. Yeah, and he's just even the turn itself, and then the fact that after that, and even still to this day, whenever he gets a microphone, you cannot hear what he says because the crowd just boo so much. That is just the sign of a great heel. He is the most hated person in wrestling, I think.
In kayfabe.
Yeah, in kayfabe.
In kayfabe.
Yeah.
100%. He's doing everything right. He is the literal shit biscuit. Like, he's the worst character. Like, and not because he's bad, but because he's just like you want to boo him. You want him to see get his head caved in. Like you just want all of the bad stuff to happen to this guy. You want the sky to drop shit on him. You know.
Yeah, and you've got I think the thing that plays off his character so well is he can like taunt like these big, like massive wrestlers, but then he just runs and hides behind Rhea or Damian Priest and the rest of the Judgment Day. He's like that little annoying prick, essentially. Yeah, it's just there just to wind people.
The one
up.
that starts the fight and then lets everyone else. Yeah. No, he's literally that. But you see, for me, that is heel 101.
Yeah.
Like you said, as soon as he even touches a microphone, everyone boos him out of the arena. Then he stops talking, everyone quiets down, Finn will talk, and they'll let him talk. As soon as he goes like that, everyone just drowns him out. Because they get it, and he gets it, and he gets them, and they get him. It's a very symbiotic relationship with the audience that he has, which is why he's going to be. I think he's got a great future, like in the company or even in wrestling, should he not choose to stay. But yeah. I was only half kidding when I said Dominic Mysterio at the start, but no, he's. I can't. I mean, you could say Roman Reigns, but he's been the best heel for over 2 years now.
Yeah,
and although he gets the required reaction every time he's around, I think Dominic just has that classic heel.
Yeah,
you know. Like $1 Million Man. Whenever he was on stage, people would boo the shit out of him just for being a dickhead.
Just for being him,
which is perfect.
Yeah, so, I think, like you say, the difference is that Dom, every time he's on the mic, like we've said, he gets booed out of the building. Whereas even like, and you yourself are a prime example, even though he's a heel, you still love Roman Reigns. You've still got the tribal chief, the bloodline stuff has been so good. He's like, you boo him, but he's still someone that you like, and he's still a good wrestler. He's just not on telly enough now.
Well, I think that's fair considering that he pretty much carried the company for like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Him and Seth, like, you know, the main stars. But he was like, it was such a focal point. Like, that's all people were talking about for the longest time was the bloodline, and that was it. Nothing else really. It was just the bloodline, and Roman, and so he needed some time off.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, you like the bloodline and everything like that because it's cool. It's cool bad. It's cool like bad guy. Dominic Mysterio is just a shit. He's like, you know, he's just. You just wish you could just slap him, you know, but you wouldn't hurt him too much. You just slap him like, stop it. Yeah.
Well, at least we're in agreement again. So the next one, is best face. We're keeping on the same one.
Easy.
I think we're probably going to have the same one. And I think...
Cody Rhodes?
Oh, you've gone for Cody Rhodes. Is that who you've gone for?
Yeah, I've gone for Cody Rhodes.
Fair enough. Okay, we don't have the same one, but Cody Rhodes, yeah. You can tell us why about Cody. You've said it, so you may as well. I mean, there's not much to say. It's Cody.
It's Cody. It's good guy Cody Rhodes. I say this to you when we're doing other videos when we talk about him. He's good guy Cody Rhodes. He just is the most lovable person. He honestly is. Okay, so I mean, you could say like LA Knight, but he's a bit of an anti-face. He's like an anti-hero. He's not good guy. You know. Like Cody has like he has like the sort of John Cena, Hulk Hogan sort of power, where kids love him. Like they absolutely love to support him and his merch and everything like that. And he's really good with the fans too, because that's what he loves. He loves wrestling, and he makes it very clear in his promos, in his matches, and it's like he's willing to really put himself out there to to get the best performance, to make shit happen, and and yeah, he just when he's on the mic, he's fun to listen to. He's he is good guy Cody Rhodes. So sorry, my face for 2023, Cody Rhodes.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna lie, I did have LA Knight down as mine for so long, but then there was someone else that got, and I don't know why I said we both had the same, because there's no way in hell you put the one that I've got. But he got over so naturally through house shows. He started off as a heel. They seen how good he was, how well he worked. Get him on the main roster. He's had one IC match this year. And I'm pretty sure he would thank me and go, thank you. It is Chad Gable. Chad Gable has been. He's done the comedy spots with Otis and Tozawa.
Okay.
He's managed to get people behind Maxine Dupree somehow. He's just like he's leading Alpha Academy. He should win
a fucking Nobel Prize for that.
He's leading Alpha Academy into like he's got them so over. Like the crowd love Alpha Academy, and I think they should eventually get a title run of some sort. And I think he deserves a singles push. I think it will only ever get to a mid card for him, unfortunately. But I do think that he's good enough.
I see. I love Chad Gable now. See, I've always liked him. When he was in American Alpha, I always thought they were a really good tag team. I wasn't sure about Jason Jordan, Kurt Angle's son, but Chad Gable always had that sort of like Kurt Angle like feel to him. Like not that he was like that's what he had, that sort of thing where he can wrestle and he can go. Just give him the chance, and they never fucking did until recently when they let him go against Gunther, and they had such a good fucking match. They had such a good match, and yeah, he's a face, but he's also he's also in that category of he's a douchey face because he's like the thank you stuff, like because the crowd got on board with it. It was meant to be antagonistic, I think, at first.
Yeah, because he would shoosh them as well. Great. Like his entrance starts with the shoosh, please.
Yeah, so it's meant to be antagonistic, but the fans, because it's wrestling, they're like, yeah, let's go with this. We like this. Keep doing it more, please.
I think you said it yourself, because I always liked him, but I think you said it to me in person was after we went to the house show in Birmingham this year, and Alpha Academy were there, and you were just like, I now actually can see what they do with the crowd. Because I think going into it, you were sort of like, this is enough of a match, because I think it was Alpha Academy versus Maximum Male Models, wasn't it, or something like that?
Yes, it was.
And then you left thinking like, yeah, they're actually pretty good with the crowd, with the thank you and stuff like that.
Yeah. I really got on board with it because having experienced it, I then understood it.
Yeah.
So I think there is sometimes a bit of breakdown with the online wrestling community if they don't get to experience something in person. There's a massive disconnect because you don't have the commentators talking over them. It's just you, the ref, the wrestlers, the ring, and they have to do their thing. And yeah, they were great. Yeah, Alpha Academy need to have something good happen to them. They're a lot of fun, but he doesn't quite. Yeah, he didn't quite tip the scale for me.
So we've got Cody and Chad, and on next we have best character. So for me, there was one standout character.
Well, sorry. Before you say who it is, define character for me.
Like, well, you'll know when I tell you who mine is, but I'd say it's like the persona that someone plays. So like you've got for example, like Maxine Dupree was the head of Maximum Male Models and stuff like that sort of character. So but for me, mine is a leader of some sort, but mine is also the one that everyone wants to see on TV, and we wish they were on TV a lot more, and we wish that they had more title defenses on pay-per-views. It is Mami Rhea. The Mami gimmick is over as the hills. A heel everyone loves. and
Okay.
she plays into it as leader of the Judgment Day. She is the mammy of Judgment Day.
And no one saw that coming. I'm just going to put that out there. No
Yeah,
one saw
no one
that
did.
coming.
Everyone was like, "Oh, Finn's taken over from Edge because Edge didn't want to do it,"
Yeah.
and that was it. It was just going to be Finn's
Well, no,
stable.
it wasn't that Edge didn't want to do it. Edge, I think you'll find that they pushed Edge out of the role because they were like, oh, you know,
in kayfabe, yes, that's what happened. But
Yeah.
apparently Vince wanted Judgment Day to go supernatural, and Edge said no, so they kicked him out.
Well, it just didn't make any sense.
No, and they haven't gone supernatural. I don't think. Yes, they've got like the
Not
sort
really.
of. They've got like the Grim Reaper things as their photo and all that, or the angels,
Anyone
demons,
can
whatever.
have
But yeah,
that.
it's not. They haven't really gone crazy like what.
No,
I forgot what podcast
they're
it was
not
on now.
teleporting around the
Yeah.
arena or shit like that.
I forgot what podcast it was on, but someone Edge said that yeah, they wanted it to go sort of supernatural and sort of I'm guessing brood like, I'm assuming, but like over the top with Vince because he's crazy.
As if anyone was going to suspend their disbelief that there was a group of vampires in the WWE. I mean, come on.
But yeah, so for me, it's Mami
Okay.
Rhea is going to take my best character.
Okay. Well, now you've defined character for me. Easy. It's the one who everybody's talking about. L.A. Knight. Yeah. He is such a great character because he feels from the moment he walks through the curtain to he's in the ring, like he feels like a classic, talked about forever, like Austin, Rock, Taker, that level.
Yeah.
Like character.
I was literally just about to say he gets the pop of Stone Cold and has the charisma of The Rock. Yeah. It's like he's got both of them.
He does everything right. From the cadence he speaks with to the strut he has. And when you say character, I'm thinking of everything.
Yeah.
Because you can have a best heel, best face, sure, but character is the whole package. He's good in the ring, like he's not boring to watch. He speaks like his mic skills fantastic, and just he looks like a superstar. He has the look as well, and he just carries himself like an absolute legend. And yeah, best character in 2023 for me, LA Knight. Easy.
I think one honourable mention that we should put for this, who's someone that's been in the company for so long and has done fantastic work, even though you hate him most of the time, and that's The Miz. He could easily be described in this conversation.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Hello, okay. I've got big balls.
Okay, okay. So I'm not afraid to admit this, but I love Miz. Okay, like if you said to me like, oh, let's go to a meet and greet, I would hope there would be okay. So there's like 3 or 4 people I would really hope that would be there. And I know one of them is not going to happen, and that would be Cena. I know that's not going to happen, but others I'd like would be the New Day. I would love to meet them, and The Miz is another. I would love to meet The Miz. Even if he just chat shit to me, like like in character, like if he just was like a dick, I'd be like, yeah, that's The Miz. Because I liked The Miz when he went through that stage of being the sort of character that Dolph Ziggler became eventually. Of like constantly trying, but he couldn't, like he was being overlooked and all this stuff. And it was back in, I think it was around 2012-ish when Miz was not doing a lot. It was before he got paired up with Damien Sandow. Yeah, it was that period from post his main event run to linking up with Sandow. That period in there where he was like the constant underdog, and like he had the haters love me t-shirt shit. I liked Miz then, and I liked him since, and then when he did the Sandow thing was great, obviously. But yeah. Miz is a fantastic character to have in the company at the moment, at any given time, I think.
So we'll go for our best characters were Mami Rhea and LA Knight. And up next we have the best entrance in 2023.
Ooh, okay.
So this is my
That's
one and
tough.
only soiree into the realms of AEW. And the
Okay.
the honorable mention that I want to give as well is also AEW, and it's one that I've shown you in the past, and it's when MJF and Adam Cole first came out together, and MJF is just taking the piss, like running around trying to do like the UE stuff and taking the piss, and Cole just keeps staring at him like, "What the hell are you doing?"
I'll tell you why that upset. I'll tell you why that's upset me in a few moments. Please carry on.
But the best entrance for me is still in AEW, and it's one that if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest you. And it's so simple, but the camera works fantastic, and it's the Gun Club. The guns,
okay, yeah.
where they pretend their fingers are pistols and they just spit water out while the camera circles them, and I think all of that just looks so good and matches their characters so well. And if you just watch WWE, like mostly, I mainly watch WWE. I watch the highlights of AEW every now and then, and I'll watch the PLEs and stuff like that. But if you've never seen it, go watch the Gun Club's entrance. It is so good. It is cinema masterpiece.
Yeah. No, I will give you that. It's actually really, really good. Because I don't watch AEW, I couldn't pick that for my best entrance of 2023, but that is fantastic. Like, it is really good. I'm actually like quite sort of like, I wish someone in WWE has something like that, but they can't have Gun Club because, you know, they'll be like, oh no, you're not allowed to mention guns. The reason why I'm upset about the MJF thing with Adam Cole, and the reason why I'm upset about the whole Adam Cole thing, and I'll show you the Christmas jumper I'm wearing, and you might understand why.
They shock the system.
Yeah. Oh, my blurry thing is blowing it out, but it's an Undisputed Era Christmas jumper. I was a big Undisputed Era fan. You have no idea how much I love that stable. And then it slowly dissolved, and which is natural for any stable, really. But then they all pretty much went to AEW, and I was just like, oh, okay. And then they were doing a sort of UE thing over there, and I was just like, oh fuck. I was really like, Tony Khan could suck a dick, because he's the one that's like, oh yeah, I really like what you did over there, so try and do something similar here. It's like, fuck off, man. But that's my opinion. So my best entrance in 2023 it's got to be Mania, and I see the thing about WWE entrances that fucking really grinds my shit is the really bad CGI things they have, like. But I think the best out of the whole lot, the best one, especially for Mania, is probably going to be Cody Rhodes with his American Nightmare skull thing. Yeah. I think that's the best for me and it was so good as well. To have all the fireworks on the big stage with the big ramp and shit, and then they had like they had like, I think they had Nightmare written down the whole ramp. If when you looked at it from above, then I thought that was really impressive. I really enjoyed that.
Right, that is the best entrance. So we have Gun Club and Cody Rhodes, and then up next we have
at Mania.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes at Mania, the best PLE stroke pay-per-view in 2023.
You know what I'm going to say because I'm biased. I can't not pick anything else.
I have a feeling. Do you want to go for it now then? I have
Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Money in the Bank in London. Where is it? Wait a minute. Wait there.
Oh my God, he's giving me editing to do. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Shut up. Just do your job. I got my Money in the Bank in London briefcase. God damn it, the fucking background thing. But it's a Money in the Bank in London briefcase. That's my PLE for the year.
Yeah, you were lucky enough to be there and watch it all unfold.
I was lucky enough to be there. Can't pick anything else.
No, that's fair.
Maybe you should treat me to a pay-per-view next year. Maybe.
Our Patreon's down below. If you want to see cheap seats, go to Mania. Go click the link. It's not down below. Right, for me, I don't know if it's biasy because it's just happened, but I love War Games. The stipulation, and now that it's on the main roster, and I think
Fair
that
enough.
the women smashed it. Like I don't
Oh,
know about
yeah.
you. The start of the
That was
year,
insane.
apart from like there was a few pay-per-views at the start of the year or PLEs at the start of the year, which were you could still tell that Vince had quite a bit of like say behind.
Yeah,
And
a little
then
bit. Yeah.
nowadays the last couple of pay-per-views,
awesome.
even the so-called like big four of like Survivor Series and SummerSlam, they're like 5-match cards, and it's so good. It's so refreshing
Oh,
that Triple H is just
it
putting
is so
quality
good.
over quantity on these matches. Because like the women's War Games match had time to grow, had time to do everything. It was so good, so well done. Then you had Randy's return, and then you had Papa Trips like fooling everyone by putting up the pay-per-view's over, guys. No more Punk. Oh wait, here's his music hitting.
Yeah, yeah.
But then yeah, even the filler matches are so good, and the only thing that I wish we'd get to see more of, and I understand why, is we don't see enough IC title defenses on pay-per-views, and it's the reason behind it is
Yeah.
because, and I figured that, well, I found this out a few weeks ago, a few months ago, whatever it was. I didn't realize that Gunter, for whatever reason, don't know what it is, didn't look into it, he can't leave the US, which is why there was no Gunter. There was probably no Gunter at Money in the Bank. I don't think he went there. There was, or was he there? I can't remember. Maybe it was after Money in the Bank.
He was.
Maybe it was
Yeah.
Maybe it was after Money in the Bank. Then,
I'm
but
sure he
couldn't.
was. I'm sure he was. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe he was. Maybe it was something after. But it said he couldn't leave for like 6 months. So that means he goes.
Oh, it might be
goes
a
like
visa thing.
yeah. So
he
it
has
goes
to
up to
remain in
like
the country for a certain amount of time.
yeah. So it goes on to like March next year, I think, or something like that. Which is why he definitely wasn't in the Canada one. Elimination
Yeah.
Chamber. That's why his pay-per-view. That's why his title defense was on the Monday Night Raw, because he couldn't.
I was going to say the Elimination Chamber next year is in Australia, right?
Yeah, but he should be able to travel by then because he's
Yeah.
But I think that could be why he's not even getting a push towards like a main title just yet, because a lot of people want to see him go for like Seth's.
Kind
I
of
think,
awkward, isn't it?
yeah. But he's
I
just
think he
for
could
whatever
topple
reason.
the Tribal Chief.
Oh yeah, I think he could. I reckon that'd be a great match, but he just can't.
The Ring General versus the Tribal Chief
sells itself with that. But then you've got poor Cody unable to finish his story if we go down that route. Another year where he can't finish it.
Well, let's see what happens with the whole Punk and Seth thing.
But yeah, anyway, back to the subject. So best PLE pay-per-view for me is War Games and Money in the Bank for yourself. And now we move on to, I can't remember what's left. I think this might be the last one. Match of the year is the last one.
Oh, fuck. Okay. All right. You go first.
So my match of the year. You briefly spoke about it earlier on. You did. I don't know if you knew about it, but you briefly spoke about it. And it was the Ring General versus Chad Gable.
Chad Gable, yeah.
That match was so good. It was so good. Just Chad doing his finisher, signature, whatever it is, where he like into the corner, German suplex, rolls it through for that. The fact that he hit that on Gunter.
Oh my god, yeah.
The close finishes were so good, and yeah, I couldn't fault it. It was definitely, it had to be 4 or 5-star match, that one. And it just showed how good Chad was as well as like a singles competitor, that he could go all the way.
See, sorry, carry
on. No, that's pretty much it. So I was just gonna say that's it for me.
See, my problem is when you say match of the year, do you want the whole, like, do you want it to be about how good it was technically or cinematically, or
it can be
what it meant?
Whatever way you want. If you explain it as to why you've given it, then because I feel like a match of the year can be all of those things. I feel like if it's got good cinema at the end, then it's still a good match. I think.
But I mean, but you see, that's the thing. It's the storytelling within the match. It's everything that comes out afterwards. So I'll give you some examples because it's really hard for me to pin one down, but I'll have to. But I will, like you said, technicality wise, and just a bit of David and Goliath. Definitely Chad Gable versus Gunther. Like technically sound, just hard hitting, just bare knuckle, like horrible fight. But a bit of the David and Goliath thing, and then you've got Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. The storytelling in that, where Lesnar was just fucking dominating the whole match, and he's telling Cody, "Don't stand up," because it was a last man standing match. Because of the stipulation, and Cody was basically just throwing himself on the apron, kind of standing, like not. The storytelling in the in match storytelling from that was really good. Obviously, the Money in the Bank main event, because everyone in the arena wanted LA Knight to get it, and he was so fucking close, and we were like, we were ready to just, and then Damian Priest got it, and everyone was just kind of like, oh.
I feel like Money in the Bank is definitely one that Triple H did, because you wouldn't have seen this from being unless you've watched it back, you wouldn't have seen this from being live at the event. But do you know how most ladder matches, they finish where the camera sort of slowly zooms in the hard cam and they're climbing up the ladder? Yeah. They did that for LA Knight climbing up, so even like me watching it at home, I was like, fuck, he's actually winning this. And then you just see Priest's head come out when it's already zoomed in. It just catches everyone off guard. It's insane. So there was that, obviously. The Rumble was great because of what led to it. What it led to, sorry. Oh, man. Pinning down a match of the year for me. Oh, okay. So what was one where I was like, I'm just trying to think, where were my emotions riding really, really high on if they won or that they lost? Because it depends on what it meant. I know.
Coming out of it the other side,
I had one in mind that I thought you might go for, but
go on.
I thought you might have gone for the Usos versus Roman and Solo.
Yeah, that was at Money in the Bank too, as well.
Where Jay gets the fall on him. It's like his first.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I think because of, again, I'm so fucking biased. Next year it's going to be a completely different thing because I won't have gone to any major pay-per-views, but because I went and the feelings I had about the near falls and Solo spiking Jimmy and everything because I'm so into the bloodline shit as well. Like, I love it. It's gonna have to be it's gonna have to be the Usos versus Roman and Solo, because it's just of what it meant. What it sort of turned. I mean, it went a bit strange less than a month afterwards, but that's my match of the year. I think it was that hype. It like, you know, so much had built to that, you know.
Right. Well, that's it. The PowerPoint ends. We will end there. That is our awards, the Cheap Seat Awards for 2023. We hope you have had a good year, and we wish you all the best for the next year, because I'll probably get this out New Year's Eve. Yeah, maybe we'll try and get this one up. So all the best for the new year. We will be doing happy holidays. We will be doing all our usual stuff next year. So leave a like, subscribe. It's free. It's a free button. It takes 5 seconds.
And it's just down there.
Right now, I actually just Googled this real quick. I went onto our YouTube and checked, and about 289,000% of viewers aren't subscribed to the channel. So you can just click it.
It's awful.
It is.
We have to change that.
It is. You'll have to click it. Click it down below. But yeah, we'll be back. We'll be doing predictions. There'll be GM mode. There will be other videos. There'll be live streams. So be sure to follow. And until then, we will see you all soon. And all the best.